Good morning. Good morning. It's Ona, your energy customer service rep from Chicago. Today is Thursday, July 3rd, 2025, and it is going to be a little bit of a reading today on Donnie. I'm going to do a mental health spread and hopefully get a chakra spread in there so we can keep the narrative of dementia going, as it has become very apparent that there is a scrambled thought process going on. Earlier this week, he was asked a question by Fox News while he was at Alligator Alcatraz, or whatever he's calling it, and he completely went into a different direction. And I'm glad people got to witness this because, as we've been saying all along, he has dementia. It is not going to go away, and it is not going to get better. From a personal perspective, where my mom died of Alzheimer's and all the women in my family have had dementia, we recognize these symptoms. As a clinician in my nursing practice, I recognize these symptoms. So let's keep that ball rolling. That needs to be talked about. It's really important because we're working with a brain disease right now. A brain disease running our country. Okay? Woo! So I have this deck I'm going to use for the mental health spread. This is for entertainment purposes only. But we're just talk about some of the things that came up during that interview and see if we can understand a little bit better and put this into perspective. All right. I even mentioned, I think, on the Tuesday Night Astrology Salon that if he were standing right here, I would have to walk him to the bathroom. I couldn't just tell him where it was. It's right there. So it's pretty, I think it's pretty advanced. You know, it's advanced enough where it's very serious. So let's take a look. All right. The first question is mental health spread, appearance and motor coordination. So the way he's kind of slumped over a little bit, a lot of people notice that his right leg kind of drags or swings to the side. It doesn't. It's independent of his regular gait. That is that could be a cognitive problem also, usually on this side, like temporal. I've been calling it frontal because of the inability to make executive decisions. So appearance, motor coordination, mannerisms, that kind of thing. Hunched over, okay? Hunched over, looking down. Almost can't even straighten yourself up. Preoccupied with the water. Not focused. There's no focus here. The focus is even less in people with this occurring, and it's easy to kind of redirect them. And if you can't, just play into the fantasy kind of thing. Speech. All right, this is normal speech, chatty speech. We know he's had some very pressured speech. We notice he's using expletives. That is dementia related. So let's see how confabulating, phonetic paraphrasing, he's making up words that sound like the words he wants to use and just mushing it in there so you understand it around the context of it. Dementia. Speech. Speech is, this is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is where assistance, okay? It's coming from a lot of different directions. I'm pretty sure he wears an earpiece so he could be directed on what words to say. It's obvious he's having trouble reading. So even if there's a prepared speech or whatever, there isn't, he can't really see what's going on. And he has to practice. All right. Affect or expression of emotion. We know in later stages of Alzheimer's, the expression of emotion can be aggressive. I don't think I know anybody, elderly people who weren't on some kind of mood stabilizer. So let's see what the expression of emotion is, or affect. So this is the Ace of Wands, right? And I say, with the cigarette in the ashtray there, that his expression of emotion is impulsive. Ace of Wands, fire. So there's an impulsivity to that. This is going to be interesting. Thought content. What is swimming around in there? Okay. Fantasy versus reality. This is where we like to bring in those cognitive tests to kind of see baseline where everything is and see where he's rolling with that. Ten of Swords. This is the thought content. Okay. Also, if I pull the card from another deck that was the Ten of Swords with the swords all in the back, that could just be like an overwhelming thought process too. It's just like everything is coming in. Everything, all these are thoughts. Swords are air or thoughts. That's interesting. Got it. Okay, so perception of reality. Somebody's blowing water up his butt. Perception of reality is 10 of Cups. This is all victory, victory, victory. Look at all these trophies I have. They probably line them up and polish them, and he can't even read what they say. He's just in this little fantasy world. Let me get giblets. Hold on. Come here. You know what? I don't want to put it on pause because I don't want anybody to think I'm moving the cards around. So let's get the doggity doggo. Because he needs attention too. Okay. That was perception of reality. Intellect is something I waffle on. I don't know if I should keep it in the spread or not. But intellect is, we've got the Five of Pentacles here, so free soup. This is sort of outside of the bank of intellect, maybe. Let's just say that. Insight, or what motivates you. Right there. The Emperor. That's what motivates you. He thinks he's the Emperor. And he ain't wearing any clothes. Not even a one. Or Giblets, did you pick that card for yourself? The Emperor? What motivates you? Just wanted you to like take a look at that mustache there and see what comes to mind, okay? Current frame of mind right now. Oh my God. I want to laugh so hard the card's going to shake. This is the current frame of mind. Look at this hot freaking mess. This is the King of Wands. Look at that. He's living in a fantasy world. Okay? Look at him. Wow. That's crazy. All right. So that's the mental health spread. Are you going to be quiet? Can I do a chakra spread? Or is that going to be a separate video on the 4th of July? Current frame of mind. That's just, you know what? Figures. It's a great deck. That is a great deck. I have the Antique Anatomy deck here for chakras. Let's do a quick bottom up. What's going on with Don? I feel like if I can conjure the essence of formaldehyde, I should be okay, and this will be a good spread. You can't do this. Okay, let me try to not pay attention to him. Definitely going back to the lab for that smell. I'm going to cut this deck. I'm going to start here. Root chakra. Done. Root. This could be just like a sudden eruption, right? This is a Tower card in the Antique Anatomy deck. This could be just constipation. That could be constipation. I'm grabbing him. The deck is already shuffled, and then we can just pull from the top. Come here, buddy. We can't. Come here. Come here. Come here. He points straight to his snack treats. Okay, so that is the root chakra. There's some constipation. There's some bones in there, right? That's a herd poop. Sacral chakra. 3 of coins. So this is where you house the genital area, okay? And there might be just some inflammation. 3 of Pentacles or 3 of Coins, so that you might need to get that moving a little bit more, drink some more fluids. There's a little bit of inflammation in there. Solar plexus, I pulled 2 because you got the inner feeling in the solar plexus there, but you don't always act on that. So there's the feeling and the action. 6 of Coins. He's got some plans. There's some plans being presented. All right, he's got some ideas stirring in that solar plexus, and how it shows up, only 2. So if I were going to say something like he's hoping this bill gets, there's like 5 things or 4 things, 5 that he wants to, 6 that he wants to move forward that are key and important, only 2 are going to result out of that. Heart, cardiac, the moon, the moon. That is the heart chakra. So a water element, that could be some inflammation, malnutrition. In this deck, sleep disorders and hidden stress, if this comes up in the heart chakra. There's some out of place there. There could be some congestive water, heart failure, congestion, blue water around that area. Okay, throat also do too, because you have a voice telling you should say something, but sometimes you don't filter it. So it's pre-filter, post-filter in the throat chakra. Okay, pre-filter, 5 of Blades. Yeah, we got you. Yeah. This is bad choices. Like what he wants to say are just bad choices. Bad choices are cooking, and bad choices are coming out of his mouth. He's saying more than he can actually think. He's just spitting together words that don't even make sense. From 5 to 8. 5 to 8. All right? Then I do left brain, right brain. Left brain is the analytical side. And that is the High Priestess here. I'm sorry, the Lovers. The left brain is got some emotional component to it, not the analytical part. And then the right brain, which is the artistic side, is about money. The 8 of Coins. These could also be, coins are hard. They're tumors, they're plaque. Okay? There could be something going on there. A lot of bones in there. A lot of bones in that bone head and that crown chakra. He's literally crying right now. 2 of Cups. He's got he's got some deal. There's some kind of agreement, some kind of emotional agreement. There's some kind of influence there in the crown chakra. I'm not sure what it is, but that's kind of interesting. What do you think? So this is for the mental health spread for Donnie. Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. I want to do something for the 4th of July, but I might just be recording fireworks because I know they're starting today and Thursday, and they won't end until Saturday night. And that's it for today. I love you guys, love you guys, love you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. Something to think about. Keep pushing the talk about the subject. It is important. It is important. It is where we are now. And it won't be too much longer. Love ya.